recording. Yeah, I didn't forget. So I'm going to take you guys to this PDF right here. If you have any questions, just pop them into the, how do I make this full screen? Pop them into the comment box at the bottom, the chat box, and I will view full screen. Why can't I figure this out? I'll just go with this. Can you guys see the PDF? Can I see like a thumbs up if you can see it? Okay, cool, thanks. All right. Get this out of the way. There we go, new coach call. So I'm gonna talk through some of the basics, things to keep in mind, how to get started right. And what, kind of drew me most to coaching and this business opportunity is that we can't be successful coaches if we're not pouring into ourselves first, if we're not taking care of ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is. We have to take care of ourselves before we can pour into others and help them. And so as a coach, very, very first priority and thing to do is get to know the products, fall in love with the products, commit to a program from start to finish, get a bomb transformation because these programs work if you work them, and start sharing about the products that you love. Start sharing about this lifestyle with your friends and family and coworkers. Start being open about using these portion control containers. And when you go to holiday gatherings and people see you grab for the vegetables instead of the chips and they ask you about it, then talk to them about what you've been doing and these changes you've been making and why you're loving this community so much and how it's been so transformational. Then invite, your friends and family to join you with this. So helping change their lives with these products and programs that have helped change your life. And once we're able to pour into ourselves, then we help our clients change their lives and ultimately help our coaches by teaching them how to do the same and build a team of your own. So first things first, pour into you, work on you, always, always, always be bettering yourself. Next thing is that there are so many resources available to us as coaches, as new coaches. I mean, we have this call going on every single week to help train new coaches. So if you're starting to build a team of your own and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to tell them or where to send them, this call is going to be happening every single Wednesday at this time. So you can always hop on this call with your new coaches to hear from other coaches explain how they can help get started. But we have our team pages. So Team Root to Rise, your coach might have a separate team page as well. We have our team calls. We have the coach FAQ. So if you want to know, like what's in Shakeology, you can go to your coach FAQ and learn what it is. Whenever there's new launches coming out, there's always FAQs about it, different numbers. If you want to learn more about Energize or plant-based pre-workout, there's an FAQ about that. Like there are so many resources out to us that is almost too many. I'm going to talk about that in a few seconds, like what to do when you feel that way. Your coach online office, there's trainings in our coach online office. If you go into your coach online office and go to grow my business, there's challenge group tools. So you don't have to recreate everything. There's a challenge group guide with a prep week for just about every single program Beachbody has created, with daily posts to run your own fitness group. It's all there for you. Do not recreate the wheel. Use your time connecting with people and making genuine connections, and use the resources available to you to help make your job a little bit easier. And then lastly, if there's something you want to know and you just cannot find it in the team page, you go to the search bar in the team page and you can't find it there, or you go to the coach FAQ and you just can't figure it out, Google it, YouTube it. You're struggling with something, go to YouTube and type in like Beachbody blah, blah, blah training, whatever it is you're struggling with. And I guarantee you there are tens of hundreds of videos out there that can help you with your goals and whatever it is you're working towards. So as we sit down, and start to work on building a business as a coach, there are what we call 4 vital behaviors. First, we already touched on being proof of the products, showing that, if you work out every day, you follow your meal plan, and you drink your shake, you'll get the results that you're desiring, whether that meal plan is, weight gain, muscle gain, or weight loss. whatever your goals are, be proof that these programs work. And so build trust in people who are watching you. Second is always, always, always sharing your journey, all aspects of it, not just, hey, I worked out today. Hey, I worked out today. Hey, I worked out today. But what else about your journey can you share? Connect with people. So starting new conversations and actually spend the time talking to people about what are they struggling with and finding a solution that we can offer them in our communities. Invite them to join your next group. Whether it's just a free 5-day clean eating group or your full 21-day accountability group or your coach's accountability group, invite them to join you. Say, hey, look, like I've been following these programs for 3 weeks now. This is what I've experienced. I would love for you to join me in the next one. Super simple, super low key. Third is personal development. If you don't have a personal development book yet, get one. I highly recommend the Slight Edge, the 10X rule or 10 time rule, or the compound effect when you're getting started. Slight Edge was one of the first ones I read, or GoPro. What I do, because I do work a full-time job outside of coaching, is I usually download some of these books to an Audible and I'll listen to them on my commute to work to just pour really, really good stuff in your brain. Because being an entrepreneur, it's incredible, but it can be hard sometimes. And so personal development is huge for that very reason. It is a vital behavior. Vital means like we need to do it to survive, right? Like your vitals are I don't know, I'm not a nurse, but vitals are things that you need like to pay attention to survive. And so as my brain just stopped working for a second. Wow. So personal development is a vital behavior. Get a book, get an Audible, and yeah, 10 minutes a day minimum, or one chapter if you're reading it in person, committing to a chapter a day, or at least reading until you find something that you can take away from it. And then lastly, recognition. Is, one of your clients finally able to stick with their meal plan? Recognize them, shout them out, share some love with them, celebrate their meaningful achievements. If you have a customer who has been struggling to get up with their alarm and not hit snooze for the last 3 weeks, and they finally did that this week, celebrate them, share their successes, and recognize them for putting in the work. So 4 vital behaviors to do every single day. So as a new coach, first goal, help your people get started with a challenge pack. Most likely that is the exact same thing that you got started with. And so it gives them their workout program, their nutrition plan, their support and accountability group. So that's everything you need to be successful in this journey. Help 3 people get started, you hit Success Club. Now, the only way to actually qualify for Success Club means you have to have 90 personal volume as well, which just means you're drinking your Shakeology every day. So hopefully you're all already doing that. And if you hit Success Club your first 3 months as a coach, you earn a free ticket to our annual coaching event. It's called Summit. And basically, we all get together for a nice long weekend. We have trainings. We do workouts together. We basically take over for Indianapolis this year. I went to my first one last year, and it was the most fun ever because we work with these people. Like, we work with each other all the time virtually. But being able to see each other in person and hang out and, go out for food and drinks, but still, press play on your workout the next morning. And there's Success Club parties you can earn. There's recognition trips from Beachbody. So there's just so much about Summit and so many trainings. Rachel Hollis is going to be there this year. I cannot freaking wait. And so that's your goal as a coach. First month helps you people get started, and then do it again the next month, and then do it again the next month, and you get a free ticket to Summit. So how do we do that? How do we help 3 people get started? First is commit to a challenge group start date. So if you want to host it on your own, go for it. Maybe pair up with another team member. I run mine with other coaches. Or you can always, always, always talk to your upline coach and help them run their boot camp. So I have my new coaches help me run my current boot camp. But commit to a start date and start sharing about that. Here's an example of one of Carly's posts about how she invited people to join her bootcamp. Transformation pictures are huge. That's why the very first thing we talked about on this call was pouring into you, making sure you're taking care of yourself first. Because being proof that the products works lets people trust you when you say, hey, come do this with me because look at the success I found. So she's talking about the launch date of her next group. and what she's going to offer, what they're going to get, how it's made her feel. That's really, really important. Like, where were you before, sharing your story, and where are you now? So commit to a start date, and then start inviting. Just posting, hey, my next group starts this day. I heard a great analogy about it. Maybe it was on a team call. I don't remember. Oh, it was that super weekend where if you're on Facebook and it's like an old acquaintance from high school posts on their news feed, like, hey, I'm having a party this weekend. Everybody's welcome. I'm probably not going to go to it. I don't think I would. I wouldn't like go out of my way to that. But if that same person sent me a direct message and was like, Megan, I'm having a party this weekend. I would love for you to be there with me. Like, do you think you can come? I'd be more likely to join. And so that's the idea behind these invites. Becoming a conversation expert by reaching out to somebody to say, look at this incredible community I've found. Would you want to do it with me? Would you want to be, on this journey with me? I would love to have you there with me. And you're opening the door by starting that conversation. Now they're going to start watching and they're going to say like, oh, like you've worked out every day for the last 14 days straight. That's super inspiring because I really struggle with consistency. When you talk to them, be brief but excited. Think about where you were when you started and how you're feeling now. I have created a video where I send to people who want more information. I just shoot them a quick email with a video where I basically talk through my story. I talk through their challenge pack, what they're going to get and how it's helped me. And so I lay everything out for them in that video. Throughout your conversations, make sure you're talking to them to find out what they need and how we can actually help them. So asking questions that are open-ended, that don't just elicit yes or no, but that way you can learn about their journey and their struggle. Take your time with them, really get to know them. Recognize that you're going to get objections. People are going to be like, well, I don't have the time. Well, I don't have the money. Well, and there's going to be objections that they, send to you, but with each conversation started, you're planting a seed. And so if they say no, they're really saying that right now because they're going to now be watching you and watching you continue to show up and watching you continue to get results. Along with those objections, just don't be afraid of the cost. What we have to offer is incredible value. And then those people that say not right now, follow up with them next month and follow up with them the next month. But if you never reach out to them initially and invite them initially, then you can never follow up with them. Your first invites are usually people you know personally as well. Second goal. So first goal, first and foremost, helping people get started. Second goal, hit Emerald. What is Emerald? It's you, and then you have 2 coaches underneath you. That's it. So once you hit Emerald, like you can definitely do this in the first 7 days as a coach. Super, super simple. It's 2 people under you. I signed up my now fiance. He was drinking Shakeology and pre-workout as well. And so I was like, cool, I'm going to sign you up. And I signed up a friend of mine. Boom, I hit Emerald. And then you can start making what's called our team cycle bonus. So you start generating some income once you hit Emerald. Second step in ranking is Diamond. You can definitely do that within the first 30 days. And as you see here, it's 4 coaches on one side of your business, 4 coaches on the other, and 2 of those, 1 on each side, is an Emerald coach. So they've got 2 coaches under them. So starting to build your team. Then, so those are like your 2 big goals. So now how do we hit those goals? First, share your story on social media. Day in and day out, multiple times a day, share your story. People need to know that your store is open. People need to know that they can come to you for the support that they need, that you are there to help them. Make sure you're elevating all of your brands. So not just, here's my sweaty selfie from Monday, here's my sweaty selfie from Tuesday, here's my sweaty selfie from Wednesday, but sharing everything about you that makes you you. So for me, we call them our brands. So some of my brands are, I'm a full-time math teacher, so that's a brand I share about a lot. I'm engaged in planning a wedding, so Ryan is my brand. I eat a vegan diet. That's a big brand. Beyond just health reasons, like eating vegan diet beyond my health is a brand of mine. I'm a yoga teacher. I like practicing yoga. That's a brand of mine. I'm a former Division I athlete. That's a brand of mine. So talking about things that make you you. I, have a bunch of debt because I went to grad school and got my master's degree. Like, those are parts of me that make me that can relate to so many people. And so sharing about you, like, you can see some of Carly's brands here is she's got fitness in the first some. Here's yoga. She's got the pups down here. Kevin's part of her brand. And then sharing a lot about the team and her struggles as a yoga teacher before Beachbody. So we've hit on what your goals are, but I really want you guys to be able to understand why. Like, why do we say 3 people per month? Why do we say this? Why do we say that? So let's look at the numbers real quick. Month 1, say you get 3 people started. So that's right here. 3 people with a challenge pack get you about $50 of commission. So you get $150 in your first month. Cool. That's pretty nice. That, for me, is a nice payment for some things. Month 2, you get 3 new people signed up with their challenge packs. That's another $150. But the first 3 people are also continuing their Shakeology because you've helped them fall in love with how they feel in these programs. So now month 2, you're making $250. What? You almost doubled your income from month to month. Also, month 1, you made back your initial investment in your own challenge pack, which is, pretty cool that you can open a business and make back your investment in the first month. Like, that is unheard of anywhere else. And then month 3, new customer commission, same 3 new people getting started, so $150. But now you have 6 people who are continuing their Shakeology, they're continuing their journey, and so you're making almost $400 by month 3. And that's just helping 3 people. I guarantee you everybody on this call knows more than 3 people who could benefit from a healthy lifestyle and a community supporting them. And so you're just under $800 in your first 3 months of coaching. Like, what could $800 do for you? For me, that's like our rent, half of our rent for a month. Like, if I have that, that's 2 months of student loan payments. Like, that's huge for me. Like, how could that help you? And that's just doing the minimum of helping 3 people. You help more people, you can earn more money, and you have complete control of your business, which is amazing. So, what now? Pinned at the top of our team page is the new coach prep course. It's a 14-day coach prep course, but what that means is there's 14 action items for you to do. You can easily go through multiple days at once. So that has a lot of the details and nitty gritty about like what to do with your coach online office. Like, how do you come out as a coach and like tell people that they can come to you now. Commit to your program 100%. If you do not have a before and after of what a 3-week program can do, like, make that commitment now and start doing that. Drink your shake every single day. Get results and start incorporating 10 minutes of personal development into your day every day. Begin sharing your journey daily. And guys, any coach you talk to says, we know it's weird from the start. It feels weird to be like, hey, here's my sweaty selfie. But it is vital to your business, sharing your journey, and start inviting people every single day to join you. Maybe commit to inviting 10 people a day, 5 people a day, 3 people a day, whatever you commit to, but do it and start inviting. And then recognize you're starting a new job. It's okay if this feels like a lot, but don't get overwhelmed with it. 1 step at a time, 1 goal at a time, helping 1 person at a time. Ask yourself, whose life can you change today? And then tomorrow happens, whose life can you change today? Who can you help today? And then go help those people. But start doing the actions. Start sharing your story. Start being transparent with what you're experiencing. Start inviting people, and make Success Club and helping change lives a non-negotiable for you. So, do you have any questions? That's the end of our slideshow. Let me stop sharing my screen. Do you guys have any questions? If you do, go ahead and pop them in the chat, or unmute yourself if you want. Hopefully that was helpful.
It was helpful. Sorry, I don't have a ton of questions or feedback. I don't know about you guys, but I honestly haven't. I'm doing my first 21-day fix, like, starting on Monday. So I signed up as a coach, but I don't feel like I'm ready to dive in. So it's interesting to like see all this information, and it feels like I just get to kind of feel it out, which I really actually enjoy. But it's it's encouraging me to like want to just share more about my life to start like getting ready to do it sort of. But I also feel very weird and sort of uncomfortable sharing anything about a product or a program that I've never tried and that I haven't seen results from. So that's where I am.
I totally get that. What I think you could actually do though is tell people like, look, I'm starting this journey. Do you want to do this with me from the start? Like there's a reason you're committing to the 21-day fix starting on Monday. Whatever that reason is, there are so many people out there who can relate to that reason and would love to do it with you and just saying like, look, I'm committing to this new workout program. Do you want to do it with me? Worst thing is they'll say no. And then once you've completed the program, then they'll know that like, wow, like you said you're going to do this thing. You did it, and look at you now. And then they'll want to join you next month. But definitely just start reaching out to friends, family, people who you think would benefit from it, and just be like, hey, I signed up to start this new program on Monday. Like, do you want to start it with me? And knowing that there's always that 30-day money-back guarantee, I think is super helpful too.
So I signed up to do the 21-day fix back in October just as a customer, and I pressed play for about a week and a half and I quit. I said this last week and coach called too. And so now I'm just I pushed it off. So that was October of last year and it's now April. And I pressed play on 80-day obsession in March. And so I've been doing 80-day obsession. So I get where you're at, 'cause it's like weird. How am I supposed to be like putting myself out there like that? Because like I would post on social media, but I was never like super comfortable with like really putting myself out there as much as like, it needs to do this job. And it was super weird. And it still is. Like, even my boyfriend is giving me crap about it today. And I just like walked out of his house. I was like, dude, stop. Like, you just have to be confident in yourself and knowing that like everything that you put forward now is going to help you further down the road. And if you can get over that, because you can tell yourself that, oh, this is weird. Oh, this is weird. Or you can tell yourself that, oh, this is what I have to do. And this is what I'm going to do. And that's what I finally started doing yesterday. Like, I went live on Instagram for the first time ever because I'm also a doTERRA wellness advocate, and I've done that for a few months too. Haven't done anything about it. And like yesterday, I was just like, I was feeling it and I did it. And then today, weird anxiety day for me, haven't posted a single thing. So like, I know it's the consistency that's going to keep you growing. But you just have to like, just got to tell yourself that you can do it, and then you're going to do it. For a personal development book, there are the few that you recommended, Megan, but I have been reading You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, and it is great. It is great. It's hilarious. It's funny, and it's really easy to connect to because it's personal. It's very personal for her as she's writing it, and it's very easy to relate to as well. So that's all I have.
That's good to know. That's awesome. How are you liking 80-day obsession first?
I love it. I absolutely love it. When I did 21-day fix, I was trying to get ready for snowboarding season. I live in Michigan, and I was just so in my head about everything, and I don't know. It was like too fast paced for me, and then I was like, oh my gosh, my body hurts so bad. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I had like my same amount of Shakeology from the very beginning, and I finished it in February. Like, I was a skeptic. I was what everybody says about, sorry, I'm making dinner. But yeah, I was a skeptic. Like, everybody starts, and I was like, you know what? No, I don't want to do this. I'm going to wait for the timing to be right. And then my birthday was the beginning of March, and I pressed play 2 days after on 80-day obsession, and I've gone every single day. I'm at day 42. Tomorrow is day 42. So
Awesome.
It's really good to be halfway through. And I was like, a couple of days ago, I was like, oh, I can skip a day. I have knee issues right now. And then I didn't. I like pushed through and did all of the things that I knew, all of the icy hot and all of the essential oils on it, and it worked. And I've been doing it every day, and not giving up on yourself feels so good. And that's just what you got to do, and incorporate that into social media, and just be you on your social media, and people are going to relate to that, because there's not enough people on social media that are themselves. And that's why I love that all of these coaches that are on social media that I follow now are doing them. And like the people, the influencers on social media, that's not them. They're knits, they're tucked, and they're not natural. So that's what's really awesome about what we get to do.
I love all of that. And I love what you're saying about just like you said at the beginning, recognizing that what you put into your business now will pay you off in the future, like 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road. The work you put in now will pay you off in a year. And recognizing that it's a business. And so investing your time in it, but people are so inspired by being on this journey with you. Like, they don't want to watch, they don't want to follow a coach that's not practicing what they're preaching. And so being on this journey alongside of your clients and customers, going through the trenches with them, being on that struggle with them, getting people to like walk alongside you in these groups and through these programs is so inspiring for them. And so even if you don't have, completion of a program or a transformation photo or anything, you can share maybe one of your coaches and be like, look, I just signed up to do this program with this person. Or just take your before photos and share them. And what helps when things are kind of scary like that for me is just thinking about where I was before this community. And had my coach not been vulnerable, had my coach not reached out and asked me to join her, like, I would be in a very, very dark place. I would be very hopeless for my future. And I know that there are so many people out there who must be experience the frustrations that I was experiencing. And that if the worst thing they're going to do is say no or unfollow you. And it's like, well, I'm going to, be here helping people in the meantime. I love it. Any other questions or thoughts or anything?
Oh, I have a quick question. I am now just starting to work through my coach new coach course, sorry. So this might be an obvious question, but I thought I understood it and then I got confused. So when you have like the strong leg, weak leg thing, so if I signed up like my boyfriend for the first coach person, does he have to sign the 2 people up under him, or could I could do that, right?
To make you emerald or diamond? Yeah,
emerald or diamond. Sorry, diamond. You know how it's like
you can work his business. So my fiance is enrolled under me. Beachbody has the U+2 policy. And so what that means is you can use your credit card to purchase somebody's products if they are a parent, spouse, or child. So I have currently, they allowed him to be a spouse many years ago when I first signed up. Because we were living together partners, he was under the spouse category. I believe they've gotten a little stricter on that in the last year or so. But that just means it can't be your credit card on the account. So if you could sign him up, and it could be, his card on his account. If he's, eating beach bars or something, like, you can sign him up and that's halfway to emerald for sure.
Okay, and then I could run the business portion.
Yes.
Underneath. Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't focus on building his to emerald until you have like 4 coaches on both legs of your stuff.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, that was
good. You could also enroll like a parent. So I created an email address for my mom. All I needed was her social security number, so I signed her up as a coach. And it's linked to my account because she's a parent. So she does nothing. I buy or energize under her. And so it keeps her active, but that way I don't have to like check in with her every single month. It's just I purchase additional products that I use through her. It's linked to my credit card because of the U+2 policy.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. Okay, thank you so much.
Sure.
Great question, because I didn't know of the U+2. They don't really explain that. They say that you can sign up like Carly does her How to Be Emerald in 30 Minutes video or whatever, and she says you can sign up your mom and your like significant other. She never really said like the U+2. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was like, hey, these are the people that are closest to you, so sign them up. So I guess that makes a lot more sense. So thank you for asking.
It's kind of both. Like if you think your family would utilize the products, I would encourage them to sign up on their own under you. However, like I needed to sign up somebody under my fiance to make him emerald to help me be diamond, and so I could sign up a parent under him. But I would talk to them first and say, hey, I've started this business opportunity. Would you be willing to support me and try these shakes? they've done wonders for my digestive system. Or, hey, like my dad was going to Wawa every single day and eating a $2 sizzly on his way home from work. And I said, Dad, why don't you try eating these bars? And now he eats beach bars every day. And so just having those conversations with them. And I told them, like, look, if you don't like it, like I'll pay for your first month and never again, but will you be willing to try it? And so that way they'll sign up on their own, so you can save your U+2 when you really need it. But that option is there for you. Yep. Anything else? No? Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm going to stop recording. And I will